Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Guys, I'm just waiting for a few more people to get our live notification and we will get this party started, okay? Do me a favor, guys, when you hop on, jump in the comments and let me know you're here. And while you're at it, let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, I just want to wait till a few more people get the live notification, and then I will go ahead and get into it. I just don't want to start and have a bunch of people hop on midway through and miss the stuff they needed to know. Good deal. It looks like live notifications are going out. So once again, guys, when you get on here, if you can see, if you can hear, pop in the comments and let me know that you're here. I'd love to also know where you're watching from. I will go ahead and get this kicked off. I will make this available for replay when we're done. So if you come on, hey, Donnie from Alabama. If you come on here midway through and you think you might have missed something, once the live feed is done, you will be able to go back and rewatch it from start to finish. But I'll go ahead and get started so you guys can get on with the rest of your afternoon. So this is Bridget from Horse Auctions USA, if you don't know. And I am coming to you live from White Pine, Tennessee. Hi, Stuart from North Carolina. We are at the Great Smoky Mountain Expo Center at Walter State in White Pine, Tennessee. It is time for the annual event here, and that is the East Tennessee 4B Gaited Horse Sale. This is a once-a-year sale. It is one of my absolute favorites. I never miss it. Not for love or money would I miss this sale. It is a great time with 300. Did you hear that? 300 head, all gaited, selling here tomorrow. So the reason I'm getting on today is twofold. First, we use Starlink internet here, so we have to get that all set up, and I got to make sure that you guys can see and hear and all that good stuff. And the second part is to go over the schedule and the online bidding. We have got a ton of interest in online bidding this year. We do every year, but this year is even more than normal. So I really wanted to come on and do a live walkthrough of the online bidding and all of that good stuff. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the view that you currently have. Hi, Jane. So you'll notice we've got two cameras and a split screen. If you've not been here or not watched this sale before, these are, as I said, gaited horses. So they need a nice long stretch to really strut their stuff, so to speak. And the best way to give you guys a look at that is with two cameras and a split screen. Okay. Now we'll be able to do cool stuff tomorrow, like switch your views, right? When something cool is going on at the other end. Okay. So you might see your view switch around. Okay. We can swivel the camera. Like if a horse comes dead center and decides to do something really snifty, I'll swing that camera so you guys can see. All of this is just so we can try to give you the best view possible. Okay. I know it's hard to bid online and watch from home and not be here in person, but this will be the next best thing. And I want to make it as good for you guys as possible. I know historically not everyone loves the split screen. I just don't know of a better way to really show you stuff so you don't miss it, because it never fails. If I've got the camera, if we're just using this camera down here, then all the cool stuff is going to happen on the other end and vice versa. So best of both worlds, we're going to give you both sides of the arena. And like I said, I do have these cameras on a swivel. So if something super snifty that I don't want you to miss is happening right in front of me, I will swing the camera around and put it on there. Tomorrow when we're live, you will be able to watch live wherever you're watching from now. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube and all you're interested in doing is watching, you will be able to watch wherever you are right now. But if you want to bid online, you can only do that on Horse Auctions USA. So I'm going to switch your view over now to my computer screen so we can look at the online catalog and talk about the online bidding and maybe answer some questions, show you where to find this information that you're going to need. Hey, Dwayne. Glad to have you. Dwayne, you are my biggest cheerleader. I appreciate you being on here. All right, guys, I'm going to switch your view. If you've got questions while we're doing this live, go ahead and put them in the comments. I won't, when we're looking at the computer screen, I won't necessarily be able to see your questions until I switch the view back over, but I will get to any questions that are in the comments at the end of this. Okay, so don't leave me. All right, let me switch your view to the display. Let's do this. There we go. Now you guys are looking at my computer screen. Very boring. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. East Tennessee 4B gated horse sale. Again, it's at the Great Smoky Mountain Expo Center here in White Pine. There are 300 head here, and truly, they always have great horses, but honestly, this year, I think the best set of horses they have ever had, a set of horses anyone would be proud to have. We will start promptly at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We are on Eastern time here, so if you're watching live, it is 1:35 as I speak, okay? So we are on Eastern Standard Time here in White Pine. Online bidding, like I said, is at Horse Auctions USA. There's two different things that you can use to bid online. If you're using your iPhone or an iPad, you're using an Apple device, I would recommend you get the Horse Auctions USA app. It is free to download. It is available to you in the App Store. If you have an Android or you're going to be using your computer, unfortunately, I don't have an app for you guys. You will need to use your browser. Our website will work in any browser. I recommend Google Chrome as it tends to be the most up to date, but you use whatever browser your little heart desires. So for my browser people, in your address bar, you're going to type bid, like you're placing a bid, BID, and then a period, horse auctions, and there is an S at the end of auctions, USA.com. So whether you're on the browser or you're in the app, when you first open either of those, the view is going to be pretty much the same, right? As our name implies, Horse Auctions USA, we are all over the US. We're in 3 different places specifically this weekend, and the sales here are listed in chronological order. There is a sale on this platform on Friday night, so that's the first sale you'll see listed. And then, boom, here's what we're talking about, East Tennessee 4B. And so you're going to click View Auction under here, okay? When you click that, it is going to bring up this. And this is basically an index, right? It is an index of the horses that are in the sale. And when you see one you want to know more about, you click on it and it's going to expand their description. If the horses have a video, it will tell you there's a video, and the video is always in the thumbnail of the listing, okay? So you click on the second thumbnail, bam, there's the video, okay? And then any additions. So that's a little about how to navigate. If you're looking specific, say a specific color, you can type that in the search bar and bring up every listing that lists that keyword. But let's be honest, we're horse people. We want to shop them all. So I recommend you start at the top and work your way down and look at them all, because there are some spectacular animals. Again, 300 head. So there are fantastic horses sprinkled all the way through this. Like, they're not all bunched up in the first 50, the middle 50. They're not all bunched up anywhere. They are all the way through the sale. So from the first to the last, a really good set. And a versatile set. I don't care if you want to sip your beverage of choice on a leisurely trail ride. We've got horses to do that. If speed racking and tears in your eyes is more your thing, we have got some real speed rackers. If you want to go show on Friday night or Saturday, we've got show horses. We've got literally something for everyone. There's even a few very nice gated mules. Lot 0 right here is exactly what its name implies. It is sale information and practice bidding. So if you click on this slot, this is going to bring up a lot of the basics, need to know stuff, right? It's going to tell you a lot of the stuff that people ask all the time about the sale itself and about the online bidding. It also, if you go through all the photos here, Chelsea has done an amazing job of putting together transporters, because I get this question all the time. There's a whole list of transporters available here, okay? So if you're thinking that you're going to need transport, take a gander at those. Reach out to those transporters ahead of time. Let them know what your intentions are. And then if you are the winning bidder, you'll want to contact your transporter right away and let them know. If you horses do need to be picked up here no later than noon on Sunday. And I understand for some people that's not going to be possible. Some of the transporters do offer layover board, like they know your horses need to be picked up by noon on Sunday. So they've already got that on the schedule and they can provide some layover board. Robert, who's here working the ring, he's nearby. His barn is currently empty and available for layover board. So we do have layover board options available to you. If you're picking up yourself, just make sure that you're here either Saturday evening or Sunday morning before noon, okay? They just need to be off site. So definitely check this practice bidding lot out. This is also practice bidding, okay? And we're gonna use that lot right now and place some practice bids and talk about how that works. You'll notice under each and every horse, there's a snifty little register to bid prompt. Does not matter which horse you click under, as long as you're in this sale, the East Tennessee 4B sale, you can register to bid under any horse. It's just under each one for convenience sake. So you're going to click register to bid. And that's going to bring up this little pop-up window. If you are brand spanking new to Horse Auctions USA, you've never bid with me before at any sale, don't put your email and your password in here. Okay, that's for returning users. If you're brand spanking new, go down here where it says no account, sign up here. Click on that. You're going to enter your first and last name, your email address, and hopefully a password that you can remember, and click continue. You'll then go back and click that just makes you an account, right? Go back, click register to bid, make sure you're logged in. And when you're logged in, it's going to show your information at the top. Let me get into my bidder account. And then it's going to have you put in your complete address, your phone number, and a credit or a debit card. When you put your card in, we're going to put a $500 pre-authorization on that card. It's not a charge, guys. It's just a pre-authorization. I wish we didn't have to do it, but those are the times we live in. I need to make sure when you register for online bidding that you're a real live human over the age of 18 and you have a valid payment method, okay? Your mobile banking may very well send you a notification that looks like a charge. Do not go into a panic over that, okay? The way a pre-authorization works is it goes in as a pending charge. It's never going to complete on my end. It's just going to fall off like it was never there. This happens automatically on my end at the close of the sale on Saturday. When it reflects on your bank's end is entirely up to your bank. For most of you, it's going to be the next business day, which will be Monday. Some of your banks will be Tuesday, okay? Just be aware that I have no control over when it falls off on your bank's end. That's all in the hands of your bank, but it will fall off, okay? You're not getting charged to register. If you're not a winning bidder on any horses, it costs you $0, okay? That $500 charge goes away like it was never there. So that's out of the way. I'm registered to bid and I am logged in. And I know these two things because my name is up here in the upper right-hand corner. That's me. And my little handy dandy register to bid prompts have now changed. Now they're asking me if I want to place a bid. On this platform, you can place absentee bids ahead of time, think eBay style, or you can watch and bid live. And we're going to go over how to use both of those options, okay? And when each of those might be better, okay? So we'll go over the live option first. So let's fast forward and pretend that it's 9 o'clock Saturday morning, it's go time, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to make sure I'm logged in. That's the very first thing you want to do. And we click on the first lot. In this case, it'll be 0, but tomorrow it'll be here. Click on the active lot and you'll see where it says view live. If you click on that, it'll bring up the live feed, which is this right now. Very boring right now. But anyway, you'll click on the live feed and there it is. Okay. And so you'll be able to watch in real time. You'll hear, I'm going to be reading pedigrees. You guys are going to get real sick of my voice by the end of the day. I'm going to read the pedigrees, tell you about the horses, any notes that the vet made. And then the auctioneer will start doing his thing and selling the horse. Okay. So you'll have real time audio and video and this bid button. Watch the numbers on this bid button. Okay. I know some people have a hard time following along with the auctioneer. I think people kind of get hung up on the auctioneer's chant. Don't get too hung up on that. Okay. What you really need to worry about the auctioneer doing when he's doing all his fancy moves there with the microphone is the number. Okay. And my job is to keep up with him there. So you pay attention to this number. That's bid amount. That's what you need to really worry about. So auctioneer's wrapping along, asking for $12.50 on this horse, and I want to bid $12.50. I'm going to click to bid. And you see how it says confirm bid? I haven't actually placed that bid yet, okay? It's very important. This is a very important part. If you do not click confirm bid, I will never get your bid, okay? We have it set this way so we don't have an accidental bidding. This is my note of caution to those of you viewing with toddlers. You're responsible for all the bids that are placed from your account, okay? So don't let your kid be slapping on the mouse or you might be buying a horse. So you got to click confirm bid. Bam. There's no question I've placed that bid now, right? It turned green. I have little stars here. It even tells me I'm the high bidder. So if you're bidding live, that's your take home. Confirm bid. You got to click once, click a second time. My other take home to my live bidders is this. It's an auction, so it's fast paced. Don't drag your feet clicking that bid button, okay? Get your bids in as fast as you can. And the reason I say that is this. Once the auctioneer says sold, that's it. That's all. The fat lady has sung. It's over. And the horse is sold, okay? So if your bid comes in as he says sold, it's too late, okay? And it happens to me every sale, everywhere in America. So make sure you get your bids in fast. I absolutely hate it when someone has watched a horse for weeks on end and been ready to bid and they miss it because of something like that, okay? The other part of that is make sure you're watching from a place of good internet connectivity. Okay. So if you're using your phone, your mobile device, make sure you're in great service. If you're using your computer, make sure that you are in great service. Okay. Slow service will really hurt you on the live bidding. And on that note, let's talk about the absentee bidding and when you might use that. Let me go back for just a second here. So the absentee bidding, why would you use it? The most obvious reason, and the one everyone would automatically think of, is you just can't watch live tomorrow. Maybe you work on Saturdays, maybe your kid's got a ball game, you got a family obligation, whatever. That's a real obvious reason to use this. The less obvious reason is what we were just talking about, internet connectivity. Okay. If your internet connectivity is slow, it can cost you the winning bid. So a lot of my folks who have that situation, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you have horses, you live in rural America, you may not have the fastest internet. I mean, it happens for a lot of us. So a lot of my folks that have that situation, they use this absentee bidding that we're going to go over, and then they still watch live, because just because you use the absentee bidding doesn't mean you can't jump in and switch to live, or increase your bid or whatever. The nice part about doing that absentee bidding is this, especially with internet connection issues. The computer is going to do all the heavy lifting. So you're not relying on you clicking fast enough or your service being fast enough. So you might use this option and then watch, and you can always jump in and adjust that bid as you need to. Please know that if you place an absentee bid and that horse comes in the ring with an announcement that changes the information you had here, for example, practice horse comes in and they're like, oh, by the way, he cribs in a stall and that's not in here, I'm going to automatically remove any absentee bids because the information is different than what you had available to you. Same thing if a horse comes in and they had an accident on the way here and this horse is now sore or this horse is banged up or whatever, anything like that. Just know if I jerk your bid out of there, that's why, okay? It's for your protection. We don't want you having placed a bid with one, set of information and then finding out later, oh, well, it was a little bit different. Okay, so just know I am watching for that. Sometimes people place those absentee bids and I kick them out and you're like, no, I'm fine with a cribber. You can just replace it. You know what I mean? So just be aware of that. So how do we do the absentee bids? You see the little down caret next to the bid button? If you click on that, it brings up this, create a max bid. So this is the maximum amount you want to spend. I'm going to use a pretty low max bid here because I want you guys to play with this practice slot and try knocking me out. I'm going to place that bid. This is what I want you to see. The computer has acknowledged that I have placed a bid for $3,000, a maximum bid, but you'll notice I'm still sitting pretty here at $1,250. Don't be afraid of putting a big figure in here thinking the computer's just gonna, woohoo, and put you in for $3,000 or $10,000 or whatever your bid is, okay? It's not gonna do that. When you're using that absentee bidding option, you are telling the computer to work as your proxy, right? To work on your behalf. And it's in your best interest for the computer to keep you in the winning position for the lowest possible amount. So I'm going to sit right here, win in this practice lot till one of you knocks me out for $1,500. And then the computer is going to put me in for $1,750 and so on, right? So it's only going to raise your bid incrementally as it needs to keep you in the lead, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If you're a winning bidder, first, congratulations. Second, now is what I'm going to ask for your patience, because the first thing everyone wants to do because you're excited and you won the bid is to talk to someone right away. So I am sitting here on this auction block until the 300th horse goes through this ring. That means I cannot answer my phone. So just sit tight. One of the ladies from the office, and it will most likely be Sweet Victoria. If you haven't talked to her before, you'll get real acquainted with her. She's a gem. She'll be calling the internet bidders and saying, hey, you want a horse? Talking to you about what your payment arrangements are, your pickup plans, and all of that stuff. If you need wiring instructions, if you're going to use that option, what have you. So hopefully this has covered all of the internet bidding questions. I'm going to switch your view back over, guys, and just see if I've got any questions. And if I don't, we'll sign off. Let's see. We can switch this to view. Maybe this one. Yep, there we go. All right, let's see what we got. Any questions? Nope. All right. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to be doing some videos throughout the day. Chelsea will be too. So if you are not, if you're currently watching over on Horse Auctions USA or on my personal page, and you are not yet following the East Tennessee 4B Horse Sale on Facebook, get V over there, give it a follow, a like, maybe even a share while you're at it. Chelsea and I will be posting some previews of all these fantastic gaited horses throughout the afternoon. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time.